I think a lot of people, and I'm guilty of this, and I'm from San Antonio. A lot of people don't know Pariah's formed in San Antonio. I think a lot of people associate you with the Austin music scene because you did relocate, but you formed in San Antonio, right?
Obviously, Clark High School alumni, Sims, Kyle, and me. The Pariah started in Clark High School.
So how much of the success of Dangerous Toys was an influence on you guys moving to Austin? Any?
Not the success, not any of that. That's all influential. The reason why we moved, I mean, Kyle probably mentioned this. There wasn't really many places to play. San Antonio was very like a couple of things going on, whereas we had management. We had Wayne Nagel and Kevin Womack managed us, and we had funner and more shows kind of. So we moved to Austin because of that. That's really. But the Toys thing kind of came after we see them. They get signed, and we're like, wow, and so that's a whole different thing. But to get up there is because we had management and better shows. And Austin was kind of like moving to LA of Texas, right?
So yeah, there was more business, I think, and South by Southwest happening there. And
so it was, that's why we moved there, because of the
exposure.
SA doesn't stand for San Antonio. It stands for South of Austin.
Yeah. Have you seen that sticker? There's a bumper sticker that says "Keep San Antonio boring." I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Oh shit! No, I've never seen that. Never seen. To me, San Antonio is not boring, man. You can spend the day there and have the best fucking time of your life.
Dad said San Antonio is real because it's funky and it's real. Well, he's right.
Amen. Amen. I wish I owned a house down on like Blanco or right there by downtown San Antonio, because oh my God, the food and the culture alone, just to be a only half pissed off old man and be living in South Austin, man, I could get the best Mexican food. I could see a show at the Aztec Theater or the Majestic and walk.
Yeah.
I could walk.
That's right. And San Antonio is just real, and it's fun, and it's real. There's no pompousness to it,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you've never sort of like shunned San Antonio. I'm glad that you've always sort of worn it on.
There's nothing to really shun. I mean,
right.
The reason why I moved to Amsterdam is just, I was just like I was telling you, I was tired of 35 traffic and strip malls, and I just wanted to be surrounded by art and music. So everywhere I go in Amsterdam, there's a statue, right? And you're like, who's that? Oh, it's Mercury. And it does something. It's food for my soul, man, because I just needed a change. Like, I haven't been in a car for fucking almost a year. Since I got here, I got in a car. I take my bike. I ride the train. I'm on my bike every day going and doing my errands. Everybody does that. And so, I can get lots of exercise. I eat really well. I haven't drank alcohol in 25 years. I don't drink coffee. I've been vegetarian 25 years.
Wow.
Right when my dad died, I looked at him and I said, what did he eat? What did he do? It was very stressful. He wasn't very patient. So I try to practice patience.
Yes.
Because I don't want to end up like that, because we have that same constitution.
Yeah. I see that. I see that. I mean, I didn't know your pops, well, but the times that I got to spend with him, I didn't really put it together really until right now that you have the same sort of disposition or constitution or constipation, maybe that you guys, I feel like there's you guys are blood. It's the same sort of thing. So, learning from your blood and your elder blood, I think, is good. And I like it that you mentioned earlier that you were actually, side of the stage watching your brother, who is 4 years older, and you were like, whoa, so it's just kind of all of this sort of is this trickle down economic that you have going on. You're learning from your brother and your father and your family. And
picking it up, sponging it up. But so like with the toys, instead of being on the side of the stage, we were like just in the audience doing the same thing. But you're not my brother, so we didn't have all the access, but we would be at this, watching it, doing the same, feeling the same way as we would watching presence on the side of the stage, just like, wow, this is cool.
Well, you guys, Pariah, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here, but you guys, Pariah, are not the first band to take our idea of hanging a steer skull on the drum kit.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. I know that.
There's plenty of other bands that have started doing that. I think it was a trend that I will say the Toys started, though.
Yeah, sure. I mean, dude, you got to understand that you make it your own after a while. You pick up your influences. Sometimes you might break
That's right.
your influence, but if
That's
you put
right.
your stuff in the blender long enough, and you put a little Devo and Kiss and Black Sabbath and Dangerous Toys and Pariah, whatever, and you put it and you pour that smoothie, it should be your own special concoction. You know, hopefully.
Well, everything's been done. I mean,
Well, that's what I mean. You make it.
Everything's been done.
Well, but what you do can be unique. You know what I'm saying? So you have to present it in a way.
Don't you think that when someone actually, really understands your music, and you can kind of see them turn a different color when they listen to your song or your music or see your show or whatever. And the biggest compliment I've ever gotten is when someone comes to me, it's like, man, it doesn't matter what anyone else told me about your song or your record or your band or your video or anything until I met you, and I can say this to your face, you're the real deal. That's the biggest compliment anyone's ever given me, is when they can finally come to the realization that you are the real deal, in quotes, I'm quoting to the camera.
Yeah.
I think that is it. It doesn't matter what the record review or the people with a pen or the journalist says. Sorry, Dave. It's when they finally come like, whoa, and the whole thing changes, and they're like, you're the real fucking deal, and I didn't realize it till right now.
You've always to me, we've always proved it too. Because you know what? You practice what you preach, brother. You don't just talk. You don't go, oh yeah. You're like out there doing it. And to me, I'm all about action. Action speak louder words. So
I appreciate that, but I'm generalizing. Like I feel like you're the real deal. I mean, what you put into it is what someone else is going to get out of it.
I try to be as genuine as possible. And what is me is me. Like I like having my hair long, right? Whatever. Like. I try to be as genuine as possible.